Good morning, Ethan here, and we will now talk about how to deliver a speech. It is just as important, if not more so, than the basic message we are trying to convey to an audience. But if you worked hard on preparing the verbal part, you may feel that delivery is just an extra that shouldn't require much time or effort. After all, your speech is carefully planned, researched, and polished. It is committed safely to paper and hard drive. It is carefully constructed and logically crafted. The words alone should, however, engage your audience's attention and interest, right? So, the methods of speech delivery are there. So the easiest approach is not always the best. Substantial work goes into the careful preparation of an interesting and ethical message. But public speaking allows students to learn ways to connect with one's audience and to increase one's confidence in doing so. Public speaking, however, is neither reading nor talking. Speaking in public has more formality than talking. During a speech, you should present yourself professionally. It doesn't mean wearing a suit or dressing up unless your instructor or professor tells you to do so, but it means making yourself presentable by being well groomed and wearing clean, appropriate clothes. It is also being prepared to use the language correctly and appropriately, as well as making eye contact. Four methods of speech delivery are impromptu, extemporaneous, manuscript, and memorized speeches. Excuse me. Speaking allows for meaningful pauses, small changes, vocal emphasis, and eye contact. Speaking provides a more animated message. So, impromptu speaking is the presentation of a short message without advanced preparation. It occurs when someone is asked to say a few words or give a toast on a special occasion. It is spontaneous and responsive in an animated group context. So, here are some ways to speak in an impromptu manner as flashed on your screens. Extemporaneous speaking, on the other hand, is the presentation of a carefully planned and rehearsed speech, spoken in a conversational manner using brief notes. The extemporaneous speaker can establish and maintain eye contact with the audience and assess how well they understand the speech as it progresses. Assessment is also an opportunity to restate any idea more clearly. Speaking from a manuscript is the word-for-word iteration of a written message. In a manuscript speech, the speaker maintains his or her attention on the printed page except when using visual aids. The advantage to reading from a manuscript is repeating original words. Speaking from memory or memorized speaking is rote recitation of a written message that the speaker has committed to memory. It enables the speaker to maintain eye contact with the audience throughout the speech. You should be able to be free of notes, but if your speech uses visual aids, this freedom is more of an advantage. Let us now go to outdoor speaking. Outdoor settings can be charming, but they are prone to distractions. If you're giving a speech in a setting that is picturesquely beautiful, it may be difficult to maintain the audience's attention. Outdoor speech venues can pose challenges. If you know this ahead of time, you might plan your speech to focus more on mood than information and perhaps to review to the love Refer to the lovely view. Using a microphone. Most people today are familiar with microphones that are built into video recorders and other electronics devices, but they may be new at using a microphone. One overall principle is that a microphone amplifies, not clarifies. Microphones come in wide ranges of styles and sizes. Let us now go to audience size. A small audience is an opportunity for a more intimate, minimally formal tone. Your classroom audience, however, may be as many as 20 to 30 students. The format of an audience of this size is still formal but conversational, but some audiences are much larger. You still have a clearly formal task if you have an audience that fills an auditorium. And composing notes effectively uses note cards. Speaker notes adds to your credibility as a speaker, including keywords and phrases should be emphasized in the cards and not full sentences. The words and phrases should be arranged in order so that you can stay organized. Note cards can help trigger recall. Identify the keywords that will trigger a recall sequence. And if possible, write in large letters.